Hi, everybody. Astrology is back. Yes. Hope you are having a great Tuesday. And the messages from the sky are real, and we want you to get them. We want you to hear what the sky is saying. So, look, let's jump right into it. First of all, peace and light and love and safety and comfort and resources to everyone in the path of Ida, the storm that hit Louisiana on Sunday, that's now moving through Georgia on its way through the Tennessee Valley and further north. It's really strongly affecting a lot of people. So I want everybody to have blessings and peace during this process. I've been struggling for a minute, wanting to find a way to be more visceral in this work and giving you something that you can actually feel. It doesn't make any sense to share information if you can't feel it and relate to it. And so I think one of the ways to do that is to just be more simple about things, simple and direct. So I'm hoping to go back to one of the concerns that we've dealt with a lot in the last year and help you understand it in a more direct and simple way. We're going back to Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is soon to be upon us again at the end of September. And I don't want us to fear it, and I don't want us to run from it, and I don't want us to be intimidated by it. I want us to understand it in a way that's really simple and clear. And I think I have a way to do that. I just want to change the mindset that we have, right? So that we are not thinking about it in terms of what might go wrong, but how it can be helpful, how it can be useful. A lot of times we are told that Mercury retrograde is when you have to be careful because this might break, or communications might fall apart, or you've certainly heard the litany of things that comes with what might happen during Mercury retrograde. And so I want to change the paradigm a little bit and say, focus more on how we can use it proactively. And I think I found a very clear and simple way. And it's this: when Mercury retrograde comes, as it does 3 times each year for 3 weeks, simply slow down. Slow down. You've been working hard. You've been pushing. You've been hustling. You've been doing everything that you can to make yourself be professional and be efficient and be productive and look good in people's eyes and make everything right and make everything perfect. And the universe is just saying, okay, chill. There's a time and a place for everything. And sometimes you just need to slow down. In fact, sometimes the way forward is to be still. Sometimes the way forward is to simply slow down, look at what's going on around you, evaluate whether or not it's working in the way that you want it to, look at your methods, look at the things that are going right, look at the things that are going wrong, and understand that you need space before you can create. You have to have some space. You can't just keep going 100 miles per hour. You've got to learn to allow balance and perspective, right? So that's the value in Mercury retrograde. The universe is saying to us, hey, there's 52 weeks in a year. You can afford to take a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, a couple of times a year, 3 times a year to put things in perspective. So how about that? Does that work? Can we find a way to stop fearing and just understand that it's a cycle that happens, that it gives us a chance to reflect and to re-examine things. I think if we take that approach, it's a healthier way to deal with it instead of thinking what might go wrong. Now, I personally am still dealing with the lessons of Mercury retrograde from the last time. I pushed through, and can I tell you, nothing that I pushed through on, nothing that I hoped would be successful if I just kept going, nothing worked out. It all eventually resolved, but gosh, the setbacks and delays remind me of the old saying, if you don't have the time, what's the saying? If you don't have the time to do it, what is it? You know the saying. If you can't do it right the first time, how did you have the time to do it the second time? I forgot what the saying is, but the point is, if you don't take the time to correct and analyze and make sure that everything is strong the first time, you're going to end up having to do it again anyway. I learned that lesson the hard way. So I'll just tell you one of the ways that it affected me. As you know, I have this book out, The Beautiful Logic of Astrology. And my God, I pushed forward with publishing it during the last Mercury retrograde. And one of the challenges that came about were the many typos. And I actually had to resubmit the manuscript to the publisher 3 separate times. And still there's 1 or 2 that hopefully you won't see, but I know that are there. And that was just a matter of when Mercury retrograde came, instead of using that period, that 3-week period, to go over every single punctuation, every single word. No, I had to get it out. It was important to get it out by a certain time. The world was going to come to an end if I didn't get it out in a certain time. And so I pushed forward and I paid the price, and believe me, I paid the price. So look, this is Virgo season. And in Virgo season, we have to understand that it's about getting work done. It's about finding ways to be effective. It's about finding ways. Critical analysis is very important during Virgo season. So if you can use Virgo season for what it's meant for, then the next couple of weeks can be really good for you. You can go hard, like until maybe 10 days before retrograde begins. So retrograde begins September 26th, September 27th, depending on where you are. And if you allow for the shadow period, which is the period just before retrograde begins, when things start to get weird and slow down, if you can allow yourself to start to prepare to slow down approximately 10 days before the 26th, that gives you like 15, 16 days where you can go hard, get your stuff done, be as obsessive and perfectionist as you need to be, as you want to be. I say that laughing because we all have that thing, because we're all stuck on what the world is saying we should be. You know, the world is saying successful business looks like this. And if you do what I say, you're going to be effective and you're going to have the most, you're going to have the most. And so, but the universe, the message from the sky is saying something a little bit different. The message from the sky is saying, hey, calm down. Everything happens in due season. And one of the most important seasons is the time of being still and reflecting. That time is almost upon us, everybody. So use the next 16 days to go strong, go hard, do what you need to do to get things done. But then also know that there's a definite period coming at the end of September where it's time to reflect, reevaluate, And as I'm trying to say it now in a way that's more proactive, more positive, just slow down. Slow down and look at things from a more detached perspective as you just allow things to unfold. So that's the big message from the sky right now. We're in Virgo season. Virgo season means get it done, but we're also close to Mercury retrograde, and I wanted to prepare you in advance this time so that we can actually judge for ourselves. Look at this period that we're in right now, the Virgo season, and see where you can work to put things together in an effective way, and then prepare yourself for the period of reflection that is coming at the end of September in the next retrograde. Hey, again, wishing everybody peace and love out there, and thanking you for being with us, and we look forward to sharing with you soon. Please like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and the messages from the sky are real, and they can benefit you if you listen. Thank you, everybody. As always, wishing you love and peace, and saying namaste. The spirit in me recognizes and honors the spirit in you. Peace.